Hi, I'm Mona, and if you're here, you found Kaleidoscope Dreams Tarot. So today I have three piles here. We can pick a pile reading for the healing energy sessions. I have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Today the question is, how do I let go of feelings of neglect? So this is for those of you who feel neglected possibly by others, family members, friends, whoever it is in your life. I do want to let you know that I'm not trying to, get you to believe the tarot or anything like that, change your religion. I'm just going through scenarios here. You can see if they fit or if they don't, because they'll resonate or they won't resonate. And if they don't, just move on to the end. There is advice at the end from the universe, which I will pull from oracle cards. And the whole point here is to help you to make your own decisions. All I'm doing is trying to make you think about yourself, about your life, what you've been through, and how you can conquer any type of feelings or regrets or situations that you've endured in the past. So I would like to say subscribe, like, comment, and share on these videos because somebody out there might possibly need it. There's a lot of people who are not doing so well out there, and we want to kind of help them to move along in their own healing journey. I would like to say hello to my subscribers. If you're here, hello. And welcome to any new subscribers. Hopefully we can shed some light on a situation that you might have, and hopefully you can come up with your own decision on how you can conquer this problem. So once again, I have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3, and the question, how to let go of feelings of neglect. If you need more time to choose your pile, go ahead and pause or stop the video, but I'm going to go ahead and start with pile number 1. Okay, so this is for those of you who chose pile number 1, and the question once again is how to let go of feelings of neglect. Let's go ahead and see what's going on. Okay, so we have the Scorpion. And the Scorpion represents feelings of defense or self-protection. So you may be feeling like you have to defend yourself in something, some situation in your life. You're feeling like you have to protect yourself from those who are negative, possibly. So let's find out what your situation is, if it is your situation. So remember, if it doesn't resonate, just move on to the end, okay? Don't run with it, don't accept it, because you are in charge of your own destiny. We have the Four of Cups. We have the Star. We have the Six of Pentacles, Five of Cups, Page of Swords, Knight of Cups, King of Hats, Ace of Peppermills, the Two of Peppermills, the Chariot, Four of Swords, and the Five of Swords. Okay. So we have two major arcanas. You are hoping for a situation. You are hoping that it's going to turn out good for you. You are in your head about it. You're trying to go within and you are trying to move forward with this situation. So you're hoping for a situation and you're wanting to move forward in it, okay? So let's start from the beginning here. We have the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups represents making an offer or receiving an offer. It seems that you might want to make an offer somewhere. And you're hoping that the situation is going to turn out in your favor. There might have to be some sort of equal give and take in this situation, or giving to two, but You do definitely want an equal give and take. You have definitely been put out in the cold, or I'm sorry, you are definitely not being put out in the cold, but you're feeling sadness over a loss of a situation. Okay? The Page of Swords here represents somebody who might be spying or looking, so you may be watching somebody. You do want to come into somebody with some message of emotions. You could be holding the energy of the King of Hats, and the King of Hats is usually a father, a husband, you know, um, a mate of some sort, but an emotional one. You don't really show your emotions, but you're very emotional. You want to start a new passionate beginning somewhere because you see somebody in your future and you've been thinking about them a lot, and you want to have equal give and take with this person. You're upset over a situation, but you're ready to move forward. All right. Um, you've been watching somebody, but it's caused you to go within to make sure that you're making the right decision for yourself. It's caused you a lot of going through a thought process. You really want to tell this person or give a message of emotions to this person, but you might have had some sharp words in the past, so you're kind of trying how to go about doing this. So you're trying to protect yourself. And you're being defensive over this whole situation, but I'm sure if you're going within, you will definitely find your answer. If this sounds like your story, then I'll go ahead and see you at the end. If it's not your story, quite your story, then, just take what is, the parts that are good, and leave the rest, okay? I'm going to go ahead and move on to pile number 2. Okay, so this is for those of you who chose pile number 2, and the question was how to let go of feelings of neglect. Let's go ahead and find out what we have. Okay, so we have the buffalo skull. And the buffalo skull represents sacredness and reverence for life. So you may be holding something sacred to your heart, sacred to your own well-being. And with reverence for life, you're starting to appreciate life more and understanding what's been going on in your own life. And you want to live a complete and happy and full life. And you want to, get rid of what doesn't serve you. But you're feeling some sort of way. So let's find out what's going on here. Now remember, if these cards don't resonate, they don't resonate. Don't make them fit. If this story is not your story, just go ahead and move on to the end, okay? So first we have the Empress. We have the Eight of Swords, Four of Pentacles, the Tower, the King of Pentacles, Strength, the Five of Swords, the Knight of Oysters, Knight of Coins, the Lovers, Four of Rods, Three of Cups, and the Four of Cups. We have 4 major arcanas here. Okay. This might involve somebody who you consider to be your Empress, somebody that you love very much. But an ending has come to that situation and you need to be strong right now. All right? You are hanging on to this love though. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. So we have the Empress here. This could actually be you or another person. This is a mother. This is a wife. This is a mate. This is a pregnant woman. All right? And you are feeling trapped in some sort of situation. Feeling as if you cannot escape, but you can. Because this card can represent keeping yourself in your own mental prison. You're hanging on to something really tightly, hanging on to a memory in your life, hanging on to perhaps a love. A love that has ended, that has not made you feel very well with this Tower card here. We have the King of Pentacles, and this could be you. You are financially secure, or if not, you can be stable and rooted, grounded, and balanced. We also have the Strength card. So the Strength card is telling us that you need to be strong in a situation. You may be dealing with somebody from past lives, as signified by that infinity symbol. We have the Five of Swords, and the Five of Swords represents, harsh words going back and forth. So you may be having harsh words with this Empress, and the words may be going back and forth between the two of you, and you're feeling trapped in this situation because there's a lot of fighting and arguing and bickering. You're wanting to send off a message somewhere, but you can't because you feel trapped. You want to send a message of stability, balance to a lover, somebody that you've been hanging on to. And this message may be of getting together and having some sort of union, or possibly marriage. But in the past, it seems that, it didn't fare very well with you because you may have put this person in a three-party situation. So now you're wondering if this person's even going to accept your offer. So you want reverence for life. You have reverence for life. You want to move forward happily. But it might be difficult because of the circumstances. If this sounds like your story, then I'll see you at the end. If some of this stuff doesn't fit with you, just disregard it and we'll move along to the end. Okay, so I'll be moving on to pile number 3. Okay, so this is pile number 3. And the question was how to let go of feelings of neglect. How can I let go of feelings of neglect? Okay, let's find out. All right, so we have T-Rex. There it is. And the T-Rex represents the Lizard King, right? And Lizard King is kind of like a tyrant. Wants to have everything their way. But sometimes we just can't have that, right? Especially when you're in a relationship or dealing with others. There has to be equal give and take in all situations. So let's find out what we have. Now, just to remind you, this may not resonate, this may resonate, but if it doesn't, just move along to the end, all right? Don't make it fit. All right. We have the Magician. We have the Sun. We have the Nine of Wands. King of Swords. Four of Wands. The Hermit. The Five of Wands. The Tower. The Ten of Pentacles. The Knight of Swords. Two of Pentacles. And the Three of Rods. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 major arcanas. You may be trying to manifest something or someone into your life. And you may be having to go within to try to find the answers that you are seeking. There may have been an ending to a situation. So let's start from the beginning and find out what's going on. So first we have the Magician. And the Magician is able to manifest anything and all things into their life. The Magician has the qualities and the capabilities of earth, air, fire, water, and the ethers. You may be trying to manifest something into your life, something that is meant for you. All right? Something from past lives or someone from past lives. And you do see this person as the sun, somebody who is, like sunshine to you, who is, a person who absolutely brings light to your life. With this Nine of Swords here, You know that there's going to be conflict, but you're willing to fight bravely and boldly in this situation. You're not going to let it go. We also have the King of Swords. You may be holding the quality of the King of Swords, or this could be the other person. And the King of Swords thinks things through. They want to make sure that they're doing the right thing or making the right moves. They are sort of a boss, you know. They are kind of militant. They like to order people around, make sure that everything goes smoothly. And you're thinking about the Four of Wands, which is union with somebody, marriage, or some sort of advancing in your relationship. You've been having to go in a lot about this, trying to find the answers within instead of going, you know, to other people, which is very good, you know, because what you need to do basically is follow your own heart. And you see with this sloth right here, that star is being held closely to his heart as he's climbing that tree. So this is something that you do hold very close to your heart. You may have had a lot of mental conflict about all this, or you may have been fighting with others about it, right? And possibly because of this, an ending has come to a situation, and it might have been a situation of, you know, the Ten of Pentacles, perhaps stability. You may have lost stability with somebody in this situation. And the Knight of Swords here is looking back at what has happened, about the juggling that they've done, and they want to come in with a message of truth to you, or you want to come in with a message of truth to somebody. You want to be honest about the juggling and what has happened. So at this present time, you're basically just waiting for your ships to come in, for some message or some sign from the universe or some sign from anywhere that it'll be safe for you to move forward. I just saw the number 1717. If that means anything to anybody, look it up on Google, find out the message. But I will say you are waiting for something to come in, some sort of message, some sort of sign to let you know that it's okay to move forward. Okay. So if this sounds like your pile or your message or your, you know, situation, then I'll go ahead and see you at the end. If not, you know, leave whatever and I'll see you at the end anyways, okay? All right, I'll see you there. Okay, so we made it to the end. I have surrender cards and I have the Buddha Wisdom Shakti Power cards, of course. And the question, once again, that we are asking is how to let go of feelings of neglect. All right? We've all felt this way one way or another, whether it would be with, you know, certain individuals, family, friends, whoever. But we've all felt this way at one time in our life. Some of us have felt it, you know, a little more harsher than others. And perhaps you are one of the people who have felt it in a deep way, and it might be affecting your life at this time, and you're not even knowing it. So we're trying to find out, we're trying to get advice from the universe on, you know, what can we do to get through this? Now, remember, I'm not trying to make you believe any of this. All I'm doing is trying to make you think about yourself and your own life and what you've experienced in those times. Okay? It's up to you to make your own decision and to find your own answers. Okay? I suggest looking other places besides here. You know, look things up, read books, find out what's going on and why you're feeling a certain type of way. Okay? All right. So of course these cards are pre-shuffled, but I'm going to go ahead and shuffle them again on this video so you can see, make sure I'm not doing anything willy-nilly, right? And we are asking, what do we need to surrender in order to let go of feelings of neglect? We are asking this to the universe. How can we let go of feelings of neglect? All right, let's find out. . So I'm actually feeling something over here. All right. Put these to the side real quick. So next we are going to ask Buddha, what kind of wisdom does Buddha have for us in order to help us to let go of feelings of neglect? What wisdom do you have for us, Buddha, in order to help us to let go of feelings of neglect? Okay. Of course, I have the book on the side. I'm going to probably read from it. So let's get started. What must I surrender to let go of feelings of neglect? Okay, surrender to procrastination. So maybe there's somebody in your life that you're feeling neglected by, and you've been thinking about, going to them and telling them about this, and, asking them, why are you neglecting me, or why is this happening? Can we help each other in getting through this? You might be thinking that, but you're not. You're procrastinating. You're just thinking about it. Okay, let's see what the card says. Now is the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Taking action will attract success. So what I'm feeling is, because you're in your head a lot about this certain situation, you might be neglecting your own personal goals. You might be sitting and thinking so much about this that you've actually forgotten about yourself. You're neglecting yourself, right? You could be stuck in this hermit or hangman type of mode, this type of energy, because you're constantly in your head about all this. And usually when you're in your head about things, you give it some thought and then you let it go and you move on with life. But for some, it's just really very difficult. But it is very self-sabotaging also, because what you're doing is actually holding yourself back from your own goals and your own aspirations on moving forward. Just because somebody has neglected you doesn't mean that you must neglect yourself. You know? Perhaps somebody has, passed that you have neglected and you weren't able to tell them anything. You can trust that you can forgive yourself for whatever it is that you're feeling inside. And just know that that person will definitely accept your forgiveness, or will forgive you. Okay? Because I guarantee that that spirit or that person is definitely around you and watching you and protecting you. If this is somebody who's still in the 3D, in this world with you, you do have that chance to move forward and try to make things better instead of being in your head about it. Because like I said, what you're doing is you're actually holding yourself back from moving forward in your own life. And I'm sure, even if this has happened to you by someone in the past, if they're a good person, genuinely, they might not have even known that this is what they've done to you. On top of that, I'm sure that they wouldn't feel good knowing that you are in your head about all this and that you are, sabotaging your own progress. Oh, I can't even talk. You're sabotaging your own progression forward, right? I don't think they would like knowing that that's happening. So if you can let go of your feelings of however you're feeling and try to, make things right with this person, I'm sure you're going to see that it was probably something that you should have done a long time ago, and that everything will be okay, and that you can make things better with this person or with the spirit. Okay? So let's find out what kind of wisdom Buddha has for you today. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. I love this card. This is like my favorite card from the whole deck. The infant Ganesh. This is the remover of all obstacles. Call on Ganesh to remove obstacles in your life. This is the very first card of the deck, the number 1 card. And we all know number 1 is new beginnings. Number 1 is a sacred number, a number of, finding happiness, newness in your life. All right? The infant Ganesh, remover of obstacles. Call on Ganesh to remove obstacles in your life. You guys don't know how many times that I have done this. And I do feel that a lot of obstacles in my life have been removed. I don't really hold any particular religion. I like to pull from a lot of different religions and different, different categories of what people might consider religion. I don't even know what you want to call it, but I do pull a little bit from them all because, if you genuinely combine all of these religions, you're going to find that there's similarities with all of them. It's really shocking to me how we have so many religions because all of them carry a lot of the same ideas, Anyways, let's go ahead and read the infant Ganesh. Alright. The infant Ganesh, remover of obstacles. Ganesh is like that uncle who knows everyone and can introduce you to anyone. When practitioners want to work with a deity, they always ask Ganesh for help beforehand. Reciting his mantra and making offerings, he is sometimes portrayed as an infant, as in this image, very sweet, not all like the powerful force that he is. He has many forms, as do most of the gods of the Buddhist and Hindu pantheons. But a few features are always the same. He has a large stomach, showing his massiveness. He is a huge creature and therefore good at removing obstacles. He represents the earth level of existence, where eating and food are a part of life. His large head shows his relationship to the intellectual path of spiritual work. Elephants, although massive, are sensitive creatures, as capable of picking up a strawberry fallen onto the ground and pushing that illegally parked car in front of your driveway. Call on Ganesh to remove obstacles in your life. Now, Ganesh, I can't remember the name of the parents of Ganesh, but in the story that I can recall, his mother wanted to bathe one day, and she asked her son Ganesh to stand guard in front of the entrance of where she was bathing to make sure nobody came in. Now his father, who was away, I cannot for the life of me remember the parent's name, but in the story, the father returned home from some sort of journey, and he wanted to go inside to see his wife. But Ganesh had kept his word to his mother to not let anyone pass, and he tried to stop his father from going in. And instantly, his father took out his sword and he cut his head off. And then he entered. When the mother found out what he had done, she was just devastated. So the father ended up going out and finding the first animal who had died and wanted to bring the head back to put on his son, to bring his child or his son back to life. And this is why Ganesh has an elephant head. That's one of the stories that I've read, right? So somebody may have been faithful and, to somebody else, and another person came in and took it the wrong way, right? This could be something in your life. You were trying to protect something, and someone came in and hurt you because of that protection, because you were protecting somebody or trying to, give your word about, what you said to another person. You didn't want to hurt somebody, and in the end, you ended up getting hurt. All right. This can definitely be somebody's situation. You were trying to protect somebody and you got hurt in the process. But just know, with this card right here, you can, call on Infant Ganesh to remove obstacles in your life, right? You may have been neglected in the past by somebody, but they may have been protecting you from something, or people, or somewhere, or someone, all right? And by not contacting you or speaking to you, they might have been protecting you, okay? If it goes deeper than that, always know that you can overlook that, neglect. Because I'm sure there's a lot of people right now in this time who want to give you the attention that you want or that you need. And you should be willing to accept it, because you actually could be holding yourself back from receiving this attention that you actually need. Okay? Because this is a very difficult thing to let go of, especially if it happened in the past, I do suggest that you call on Infant Ganesh to remove this obstacle from your life. But when you ask it like you mean it, all right? I have asked several times, and I do feel that it has helped me. I ask Infant Ganesh to remove obstacles from my life right before I go to sleep at night. And I swear I do wake up a different person. When I ask, though, I ask like I am asking somebody right there who is listening to me. And I'm passionate about it when I ask it. So it's up to you whether you want to do this. You don't have to do this. I mean, it's not really, it's whatever you want to do. I'm just telling you what worked for me. You might want to ask others and find out what works for them, and combine everything and come out with your own answer and try to figure out what's good for you. Okay? Like anything I say, these are all my opinions and suggestions. Nothing is absolute and nothing is written in stone. The only person that can heal you and find your own answers is yourself. No one else. You can't get a definite answer for any question from anyone. You must go within. You must find your own answers and heal yourself. That's the only way to go. That's how I feel. No one has the answer to everything. Nothing is absolute. The only answers that are absolutely out there, that knows, the only being that knows the answers to everything is God, is the universe. There's an infinite number of answers out there, but it's really hard to just give the universe, a telephone call, right? So you have to go within and try to find your own answers, because essentially that's what the universe wants you to do, is to find your own answers, to find yourself. Okay? So, thank you for coming today. I hope somebody out there got some help out of this somehow, some way. And I'm definitely sending you guys a lot of love. And just know that there's always somebody who wants to give you that time. You just have to let them in. Okay? My name is Mona. This is Kaleidoscope Dreams Tarot. And I'll definitely see you guys next time. Bye.